Good Monday. I'm Malia. Welcome to Monday Morning Jolt. Let's get started.
Good morning. With us here today is El Conquistador, Fernando Tarango, right? Now I want to specify here, this doesn't mean just the conqueror, because he's coming with a storm to the musical industry, right? He's not stealing anybody's music or anything, or capturing, but he's coming with a powerful message. One thing I want to tell you is, like, about 2 years ago, I saw Fernando performing in one of those networking events, and I thought, like, this guy has to be the best singer in Fort Wayne, right? So I invited him to one of the events, like a tent event. But I also thought, and I talked to several people about it, like, he's not bringing it hard enough, right? But last week, at is it Dashing? No, Pint Slice, right? Mm-hmm. He was with his band, which is the Wickersham Brothers, right? I have no doubt now he's bringing it, because it's all marinated together, and they're all on a single mission, and killing it now. So if you have not listened to, please find a location and a time where Wickersham Brothers are playing. Is that a good introduction?
Hey, it works for me.
Okay. Yeah. And also, Fernando kind of is not just a singer, right? And I will let you talk about, like, some of the things that you have done, right? And you also do voice lessons, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I went to see one of the voice lessons. I thought this might be really boring, and I was entertaining. It was entertaining enough to post on Facebook.
Did you learn something?
I don't know if I learned something. I think it was okay, all right. So, what have you done so far, Fernando, in the musical industry? Give us like a brief description.
Technically, I guess, my professional music career started, I started with the professional boy choir when I was 10, so I went out to live at a boarding school called the American Boy Choir School, and I lived there, and, they taught you music, and you're part of professional boy choir, you toured the world, you did recording sessions in New York, so we traveled and sang. We were a professional boy choir, one of the largest performing ensembles, choral ensembles in the U.S. at the time.
How'd you get in there?
Auditioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they when they go out on tour, every time they stop in a spot, they ask if anybody would like to audition. And my director at the time had brought them specifically to El Paso with intention that I would audition for them. Mm-hmm. I lived in El Paso, Texas at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. From there, I actually came back here to Bishop Luers High School, continued doing music, went to University of Michigan for my Bachelor's of Music in vocal performance. After there, I went out to work in California. I was working for the Pacific Boy Choir Academy out there, and I was teaching PE and also, helping coach change voices. Then also working as a vocalist, for like the San Francisco Symphony Chorus. You can make a significant living as a singer out in the Bay Area. There's enough artistic opportunities. So I was doing that, teaching and performing. Moved back here, I think in about 2009. Did some traveling, did a cruise ship gig, did some recording down in South America, and now I'm here and I'm trying to sort of start building my network here and start rooting myself here in Fort Wayne. And I'm also taking courses. I'm the first master student at the audio technology program at Sweetwater IPFW's program.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So studying audio production and composition there, and building that network of who we'll be working with, and building. I've been trying to find different projects that I can build upon, and again, Wickersham Brothers is finally that project that I found, like, oh, this is something that I want to try to package and deliver, and hopefully get some recognition. For the individual artists, but also I think the Fort Wayne creative scene. We're doing a lot of great things here.
Yeah, see, I have seen music here in Fort Wayne for the last 26 years or something, but I had never seen, like, musicians coming together and being so united like this. Because it's just like every fits. It's not just the individual talent, it's the fitting. right?
You're totally right. I'm glad you
Yeah.
picked up on that because it's you know, it's not something I could never sit down and compose all those parts and say, hey, you play this, you play this, you play this. That's not the way I think I want, you know, this music project to work. It's not the way it works. It's sort of, you know, I bring in what I have, and then the other players, you know, say, hey, what if we do this? You know, let's do this, or I can add this. And then, you know, collectively, we have this composition that is completely unique to the group, and it'll change, you know, as we have, you know, bring players in and bring players out, and, you know, just always something different, and as we grow together as musicians, and, you know, depending upon the room, depending upon the setting, it'll change.
So now you were sensual folk, right? So what's the genre now?
I think just for the descriptive, you know, Americana jazz rock is something that it's been sticking right now, and we'll see, but that's because, you know, it incorporates the folk elements, you know, Americana. Jazzy because it has some improvisatory depth, and, you know, some people, you know, anytime you're using like a 7 chord, you're like, oh, it's jazz, so, you know, we'll take it. It's also sort of, and then, you know, rock element in that, you know, it's very based in, you know, rhythm and blues, you know, it's very, you know, it still has that, and that appeal, you know, sort of a broad appeal, and I think that's the goal, is have something that has artistic depth, but also broad appeal in anybody, you know, from, you know, I saw a video recently, someone posted that we were rehearsing in the Phil Center, and there's a little, I think a 2-year-old girl who heard us rehearsing, you know, she's watching it, and then the picture is she was dancing. And so I feel like if you're doing something that can make a 2-year-old dance, then you're probably doing something all right.
But I think the most important thing is like to keep the crowd engaged. When I saw your performance, like nobody was bored, everybody is really into it.
I'm very happy with that. I think that's very important that, you know, at least the art that we're trying to do is, you know, being able to perform for people and engage people. I think that's what music is about. It's about building that connection and having everybody experience something the same, not necessarily just the audience sitting here while the band is experiencing something magical, but no, it's like we're all together, and I think that's the beauty of music and the music scene, is that, you know, we bring in the community together and say, hey, we're all together, we're all doing something together. Music is a part of our experience here.
It's that togetherness.
Totally.
And you'll be playing June 26th where?
I think Riverfest, June 22nd.
June 22nd at Riverfest.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to come out and see you and join
there should be some great...
To the togetherness.
Yeah, great lineup. Tom Wilson over at IPFW is pulling together some... he's a great sound person, and he should be lining up some good bands, so I'm really excited to see
That's good.
who else will be playing.
I'm excited. I want to catch that.
And it's a good cause, you know, at least, I mean, the idea is bringing some awareness to the rivers.
Yeah.
And
that's neat.
An amazing resource we have. I mean, we have water. So we should really invest in that.
It's pretty basic, and people take it for granted, so yeah. Well, on Monday Morning Jolt, we talk about why Mondays are great. So what do you do to kickstart your Monday, and why are Mondays great for you?
Mondays?
Well, Monday.
I mean, I work every day of the week.
Come on, give us some.
Pretty much. I'm usually singing in the shower. You get the reverberation from the porcelain tub, so that's nice. I guess Mondays are great because recently I'm making a goal where I schedule my week on Sundays. Okay. So, you know, my Mondays usually sort of the first time I'm hitting sort of my work week, because I'm trying to limit myself to a 40-hour work week, because I've been doing a very good job of running myself ragged recently.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you really schedule it down to a 40-hour work week.
Yeah,
More
and
people need to do that.
It's hard because I don't have, you know, it's not a regular, you know, 8 to 5. You know, sometimes I have a rehearsal scheduled from 9 to 11 p.m. So, but just making sure that I'm accommodating for that somewhere within the week, and making sure I'm taking breaks when I need to. My sister is very good at making sure I did that. And so Mondays are nice because it's just my first, I'm stepping into, all right, this is my work week that I've set out for myself, and let's get it started. And I usually get quite a bit done the first chunk of Monday.
That's great.
So, like, there's a lot of up-and-coming musicians in Fort Wayne.
Totally.
And some of those people think that this is like a cool thing. Like, it is a cool thing, right?
Yeah.
What kind of, like, can you give them one advice to follow in music? one quick advice that you experience and say don't do it or do this?
I'd say keep going. Keep going and learn whatever lessons you need to do, because everybody's at a different level. Everybody has different things, but if you just keep learning, you'll learn what you need to learn. I mean, I think my biggest weakness has been sort of in the business aspect of music. But that's taken me a while to get to before I had my own particular goals to get through musically. And so, I mean, it's hard for me to give specific advice to anybody except keep going and keep learning and keep being open to improving, you know, constant improvement.
Don't give up. Just
right,
don't
any
give
business
up.
is about constant innovation and improvement. So keep doing that.
Yeah, you need to. Do you have an adage by which you live your life? Sure, you might have a couple, don't you?
Yeah, there's always something.
You look like you have a couple. You have a couple that which you had.
You know, my dad gave me some good advice back in 7th grade. You know, he said, "Do your best and hell with the rest." And that stuck with me. And you know, he gave me, you know, 2 things. Is that same conversation? I remember it pretty vividly. Then he said, you know, sometimes you fall in a pile of poop and you got to come out smelling like roses. And,
I like that one.
Yeah, because I mean, it just makes sense.
Those stick for a reason too.
Yeah. So, and I think
do your best and help with the rest. Is that what you said?
Yeah, do your best and help with the rest.
Fall in poop and come out smelling.
Yeah, sometimes you fall in a pile of poop and you got to come out smelling like roses.
So,
those are great.
Fernando, if you were to have one superpower, what would that be?
Oh, one? Just one?
You can have multiple, but...
I was gonna say, he's a multiple kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, man.
multiple.
I feel like I've thought about this, and this is why this is disappointing me, because I'm trying to... Because I feel like I had a good one, and I had a good reason. Oh, my gosh. It's, I don't know. General awesomeness, I guess. No, that's not fair. That's just lame. I guess the power to affect people's minds. Is that a superpower?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that's sort of what music, you know, it's like we're trying to do is we're trying to.
But you're already doing that. So it can be a superpower.
Yeah. It can't be.
It can be, but you're already doing it.
Well, I think anybody could. You have to develop it. You know, like if you really wanted to like bend a spoon with your mind, you probably could do it. It just take a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I don't think there are that many of us who've invested that much time into doing it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like Malcolm Gladwell says, you had to put a minimum of 10,000 hours in order for something to be successful.
Right. Yeah, and they got to be good hours too.
Yeah, good hours, not solid hours. Not like you're slacking around or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you share something with us that would surprise people who think they know you?
I'm wearing adult diapers right now. No, I'm not.
I was like, come on, you gotta show it.
This is all because of Lena.
Right. I think, I don't know, I work with the kids band, actually. I'm really, I think one of my longer term goals is artist development and making sure that I am, you know, leaving some sort of legacy, you know, especially having other musicians, you know, I'll be dead and gone one day and I want there to still be a vibrant music scene, an artistic scene.
Tarango legacy.
That's a great way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I've been really fortunate enough to come up with a family band called the Pinky Swears.
No way.
And yeah, we have a 13-year-old bassist, I think he's 11 now, 11-year-old guitarist and singer, and then an 8-year-old drummer.
Okay.
Oh,
Where do they play? Do they play anywhere yet?
We haven't gigged out yet. We're still, you know, we've been together for about a year now. I'm just rehearsing them in repertoire, but hopefully this summer you'll see us out. Well, you'll see them out busking. Busking and just trying to perform out in the community and give them that experience and that positive feedback that they'll get from performing.
That's really cool. That is surprising.
I'm really excited for them. They're really good. I mean, they're siblings like anybody else, but they do take care of each other, and they actually do work well together.
Do they?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive when they get their mind together on something. So I really look forward to seeing them growing up and see what happens.
That's beautiful.
I like that.
So, one of the most important questions, that is like, how do people get hold of you? What's the website?
FernandoTarango.com.
So Wickersham Brothers has a website too?
WickershamBros.com.
Okay.
You can check it out, and there's links to that through my website as well. I have different, you know, if you go to my website, you'll see the different menu items, from classical music to acoustic to, you know, the trio, and then also there's contacts there, and you can email booking at FernandoTarango.com.
So Wickersham Brothers is like 3 people, but then you guys have guest musicians on the saxophone or something. Like
exactly. Our goal is to make sure that we can function as a strong core of 3, and then, you know, anything we add is icing on top. And as you saw on the show, it was.
So we would like to thank Fernando for coming and joining us today.
Thank you.
And we would like to thank you, the audience, for listening in. We are recording at downtown LaSalle Bed and Breakfast. This is Monday Morning Jolt. Use it.